Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is the Indie Game of the Week, Teslagrad, and thank you for watching. Teslagrad is an action platforming puzzle game, guys, and I know what you're thinking. Martyr, another indie platformer, man? And I'm here to say, don't worry, you're safe in my hands, and I will take care of you. The game was developed and published by Rain Games, and it was released December 2013, and it is now available on Steam. Like I said, yes, it's an indie platformer, but it's so much more than that, guys. When I got this game, it literally freaking blew my mind. Now, just to start, to explain things, the game doesn't really have any kind of, it doesn't have any words. It's all completely visually narrative, and it does that in a clever, very unique way through the beautiful hand-painted steampunk art, which I love, by the way. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start the game here because I just want to get you kind of rolling here and get an idea of what the game is like. The game basically starts you off kind of right here. Basically, you're a child. You don't know what's going on. All you kind of know is that your person that dropped you off is wearing a weird blue robe and has a strange, some sort of rod. And then you grow up and then you start running away and you kind of have to escape from these guys into this thing called the Tesla Tower. Now, the story is explained throughout the game and you kind of have to figure it out as you move along. But basically, there's these dudes who are known as the Teslamancers who kind of helped out the Lord and things just didn't go well. And I don't want to say any more than that. But this is it. This is our character. We're going to start hauling ass. And the beginning part of the area is more of a, kind of like, I guess you could say, a jumping tutorial, kind of just teaching you the concepts of how to move about the game and the areas, just to start with. And and one thing I love about this game is that it starts off very simply, and then it gets more and more complicated as you go along, to the point where your brain starts to melt like mine did. Good lord. And I almost just doofed there. I'm probably going to get caught. Okay, no, not. But like I said, yeah, the game gets more and more complicated as you move along, which is one of the more beautiful things about Teslagrad, is that its intricacy is more and more apparent as you move through the game. And you'll see what I'm talking about as we head forward here. My goal for this video is just to show you guys the first boss, hopefully defeat him, and you could see what I mean by how the game gets more and more complicated. So we have to make our way, obviously, to the Tesla Tower, which is what we're doing right here, right now. But one thing I love about the game is just the art, the music. It's all so beautiful and well done, and the platforming, it never really gets old. One of the features of this game is is that right there. I love it when I do things like that during a review. It's so funny because it shows you that I'm not really editing it. This is all just straight off the cuff here. My point is that when you die, there is no punishment for it, I guess you could say. You kind of just go from being dead to starting over again. There's no delays, there's no you have to wait, there's no loading screens. It's just you in the game, and you could die 100 times and it won't necessarily, it can get frustrating at times. The puzzles are very difficult, but you aren't necessarily being punished through loading screens and that kind of thing, which I think is a very important thing, especially for this type of game, because you're going to die a lot. Now, one of the many features of this game, aside from puzzles and platforming, there's kind of an exploratory element, which I'll have to explain to you a little bit later, which actually we're now reaching the Tesla Tower. So now I'll show you what I'm talking about when I actually get there. And pissed off Santa Claus over there is chasing me. I'm sorry, he looks like Santa Claus. Anybody who says otherwise is lying. I notice he's, for some strange reason, slower than me. Suck on that one, Santa. Did he fall behind? Did he die? Oh, well, doesn't matter. So there you go. We've made it to the Tesla Tower, guys. And it's full of all these mysterious statues. And I really just have to say that the style of this place is so beautiful and creepy all at the same time. There's pissed off Santa above us, by the way. And obviously, as you can tell from the remains and rubble, something very bad happened to these poor Teslamancer dudes. What? You'll have to find out, just like everybody else through the game. And the game basically works off of magnetism, as you just saw. It's all completely magnetism. All your abilities will be kind of in some form there based off of a magnetic theme, I guess you could say. Alright. Now, I've played this game before, just to give you a heads up. I kind of know how to beat all the puzzles. And where to go and how to go about it. But when I first got this game, it took me several hours to figure out where to go and what to do. But there it is. There's our first, I guess you could say, upgrade, our first item that allows us to start traversing things. And what this does basically is allow us to add a magnetic property to certain types of metal. For instance, I can make that metal glow red, an opposite or negative. It doesn't really say which one's which. But basically, it has a reaction to that metal and other glowing pieces of magnetic energy around it. For instance, red is repels red, red is attracted by blue, etc., etc., etc. And this enables us to go about and start kind of getting deeper and deeper into the temple. Now, like I said, there's an explorative element to Teslagrad, which I think is a very neat thing, because once you get further along in the upgrades, you get more access to this temple. And there's kind of like a little mini map here, and you're literally allowed to free roam as much as you like. Another element to this game, which I should explain really quick, is you see, if you look above me, there's that little capsule up there. And that's kind of like an added challenge to the game. And these are kind of spread throughout the entire game. And as you collect them, you get more and more pieces of the story through these guys. I guess you could say kind of like these cards, which are all beautifully drawn once again, and have images depicting of what happened from beginning to end. And they're just hidden throughout the temple, and adds like a little extra element to things. Again, here you can see more of the magnetism gameplay here. Kind of things are attracted, how it works. They're kind of just teaching how it all, your glove works. And like I said, the game gets more and more complicated as you move along, and as you get more and more gear. Which I will try to show you before I reach the end of this video. So aside from the exploratory elements, the puzzles, the platforming, the wonderful art, the music, there's bosses. Now, the bosses, guys, can be a little bit of a piss off, guys. They are very, very hard. They can be very hard. And another thing about this game that I really like is that it doesn't really hold your hand. And I've said that before. I kind of like games that don't necessarily tell you where to go or what to do. They treat you that you have intelligence and that you could figure this out yourself. And I really dig that. I think that games should do that. Ooh, what was that up there? Some sort of creepy monster. Now, right here, as you see, there's an electrical gate guarding my way. If I were to jump into that, I would die. But you will get access to this area a little later on. You just need another piece of equipment. Again, showing you kind of the explorative element to the game, which I really, really dig. Now, I'm going to try to jam through this area here, because this area is a pain in the butt. If those things were to touch me, I'd be magnetized and I'd suffer a horrific death. Alright, get over there. Get in there. Is it blue? Is it blue that I need you to be? Yes, it is. Alright, and you need to be red. Come on. Like I said, I've beaten these puzzles before, so I kind of know what I'm doing. But the game is very hard, guys. It's definitely a very challenging game. So here we are, we're making our way to the first boss here. Just some of the first starting puzzles to get used to your glove and kind of the element of how that all works. Trying to do this as quickly as possible so I can show you the boss I was talking about, guys. Wah, wah. Oh, I screwed that up like an idiot. Oh my goodness. But again, because the game basically lets you reload so fast, it's not very punishing to die. Now, the puzzles can be very... If you have a lack of dexterity, the puzzles can be very... can be very challenging, to say the least. Dexterity is one thing that they kind of expect you to have. Sometimes really good timing is required on your part. And if you're not necessarily the most gracefully timed person, you can be a little bit frustrated by this game. But to be honest with you, it's very minimal. I haven't really found a puzzle I could not beat. Eventually, sometimes the puzzles took me a couple, I don't know, the longest I've ever spent on a puzzle was maybe about 20 minutes. So here we go, guys. We're approaching the first boss, and this is kind of where I want to end my video after I beat him and show you a little thing after him. And basically what he needs to do is he's going to start, well, trying to eat me, and then I'm going to start trying to send these metal blocks into his mouth to kind of damage his internals and hurt him. And the first boss isn't too punishing. The bosses later on get more and more harder and really, really punishing. And they kind of, I guess you could say, get harder and harder. They start adding more and more elements to their attacks, I guess you could say. So there we go. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to try not to die here. That would be my... If I could accomplish this without dying, I would be kind of overjoyed. I would feel like accomplished, as it were. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, kid. I love how this kid is just brave as all hell, also. Okay, there we go. Now he's gonna be all pissed off and he's gonna start shooting fire. Alright. So far, so good, I have to say. I've done a lot better here than I did when I played the game. When I first played the game, I had no idea what I was doing, and I just died, like, a lot. Oh boy, oh boy! Okay. That was bad. That could have been bad there for a second. I almost biffed it. There we go. He is dead. And usually each boss has like a 3-phase element. You basically defeat them, hit them with their weakness 3 times, and they usually die. But there you go, guys. There's bosses, there's puzzle elements. It's a fantastic game, guys. You need to go get this game, guys. It's addictive, a lot of fun. Now, as you can see, there's areas I can't get access to, but haha, wait. And I kind of want to show you this, because to me, this was like, oh my god, this was the neatest thing when I first got it. And behold, the Tesla boots. These, by far, are one of my favorite items in the game. They allow you to teleport, kind of sprint, blink forward, and move through objects. Now, as you can see, I need to get through here. Oopsie! I can't get back up by normal means. I need to jump up. And it just gets kind of more difficult. I need to attract him to the other side of that cage, which is why I did that. Just so I can get up. There you go. And yes, it allows you to basically teleport through objects, and now you can access more areas of the castles. You can get some of the capsules, as it were, and reveal more of the storyline to yourself, and explore more and more of the tower. So, guys, there you have it. That's what I basically want to accomplish. You guys should get this game. It's available on Steam. It's a fantastic game. I want to say thank you to the developers, Rain Games. You guys did an amazing job. Music, the art, the game, it's all very well done. It's beautiful. Get this game, guys. It's on Steam. I can't say that. I could gush over this game for hours telling you how awesome it is, but I highly suggest you just go get it yourself, play it. You will be addicted to it. You'll pick it up, and suddenly 3 hours will gone by, and you'll be like, oh my god, I haven't eaten or gone to the bathroom, and I need to go do something. But get this game, guys. Just a quick rundown of the features. A lot of puzzles, different kinds of items that progress you through the game, an exploratory element, hard bosses, no hand-holding, beautiful art, the music. It's a great game, guys. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough and the review. As always, thank you for watching. This has been the Indie Game of the Week, Teslagrad.